Hey, what is up guys? I'm KBHD here and I am at the Samsung booth at CES 2014. You guys told me you wanted to see their new tablets. So they have the Galaxy NotePro, which is a 12.2 inch tablet, but they also have three new Galaxy TabPros, an 8.4 inch, a 10.1 inch, and a 12.2 inch. So this is the whole new Pro Series lineup that's been introduced here at CES. No, there's no Galaxy S5 here, and there's definitely no new Nexus 10 here, as much as I would love it to be. But these are actually some interesting tablets, and it seemed like a lot of you guys were curious too. So taking a look here, of course they have all the same faux leather back and stitching as the Galaxy Note 3s, and they actually kind of feel the same way in the hand, including the difference between colors and black versus white. And the series is of course a whole range of screen sizes, as I mentioned, as Samsung likes to do. But you don't really realize how big a 12.2 inch tablet is until you get some perspective. So here it is. Here's the Galaxy Note 3. As we know, that's a 5.7 inch display. And then we have the Galaxy TabPro 8.4 with, of course, an 8.4 inch display. Then the TabPro 10.1, and I can guess what the final screen size is, the TabPro 12.2, which is the same size as the Note Pro. They have a 12.2 inch display, pretty massive. Now I guess the next logical question is, what's the difference between the TabPro 12.2 and the Note Pro that's the same size? And people at Samsung that I spoke with basically just said the stylus. That's the difference. It's just the stylus. So the Galaxy Note Pro is essentially a Galaxy TabPro 12.2 plus the stylus and the stylus features, which gets me curious to see if that might actually cost more. But at least one advantage of having such a large tablet with a 12.2 inch display is that you get a full-size QWERTY keyboard, and Samsung's really proud of that and demoing it on as many tablets as they could, but that's just the 12.2 inch. But really, these are Pro Series tablets, so Samsung is emphasizing the multitasking features. In fact, these larger ones actually allow for four-way multitasking mode that lets you drag an app to each corner of the display and use them all at the same time, same way as you could on the Note 3, except now you have four. And that's actually really useful with all these screen real estate. So this, plus Samsung's floating window, means you actually can probably get some serious work done with multiple applications open at the same time, or so at least they claim. And this is all in the new TouchWiz on top of Android 4.4 KitKat on all of these tablets. And you can kind of tell by the gray color scheme in the notification bar and by some other subtle changes, but really it's all about TouchWiz again, and you could probably never tell what version of Android it's running if you didn't check. But the notification bar is the biggest change I noticed. It's way more colorful and bold, which is pretty amazing considering how colorful and bold TouchWiz was in the first place. And there's also a new whole tablet UI with all these panels that reminds me a lot of Chameleon, which was a launcher on Android earlier that allowed you to move around and resize the different panes. This basically does the same thing on sort of a TouchWiz colorful level. But other than that, the new hardware was pretty much what we'd expected out of Samsung. There were unfortunately no front-facing speakers to be found on any of these tablets, but something really, really nice is that they all have 2560 by 1600 displays, including the 8.4 inch TabPro, which I think makes it the highest pixel density in any mid-sized tablet form factor. The rest of them are up to 1080p. So that's really nice, and it also has an 8200 milliamp hour battery to power it all, and it's not really all that thick. It has a high-end processor, 2 gigs of RAM. Sounds like a really nice device, and of course I need to get my hands on it and test it for myself to know, but if it's actually as good as it seems, then I'm pretty excited for the TabPro 8.4. Oh, and also these Pro Series tablets all have SIM cards, so you could technically make phone calls from them if you're into that. But either way, that's been it, guys. I was actually really excited to see these new tablets, the Pro Series, even though the Note and Tab series aren't going anywhere, because these are the first devices running Android 4.4 KitKat and that have TouchWiz on top of them. So we'll likely see a lot of these new improvements, maybe not the multitasking, but a lot of the enhancements in something like the Galaxy S5 when it comes out this year with Android 4.4 KitKat on that. So that's our little sneak peek at the new TouchWiz on phones. But either way, that's been it. So let me know what you guys think of them. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.